Hey guys, we've got the West Carolina Appreciation Weekend coming up here at the end of the month, September 29th, Saturday the 30th, and October 1st, which is Sunday. Feel free to come out all weekend, or if you just want to come out for the day, pick any of those three. But we're putting together an organized ride on Saturday, and I wanted to make a little bit of a video here to help everybody out. We're putting together the Brushy Mountain 100, which is designed to be a 100 kilometer or approximately a 60 to 62 mile ride. With that, we're not going to necessarily have a marked course. It's all the main trail, so if you're familiar with Brushy, that's great, and you can follow the trail. The order of the trail will be single track first, followed by main trail second. So ideally, I'm going to have two different GPS files, and that's the point of this video, is to show you guys how to put together an easy way to use the GPS. For example, just your iPhone or a smartphone, whatever you have, Android. I'm going to be using an iPhone with iOS software and the Gaia, G-A-I-A application. And I want to show you guys how to do that, how to download it. I'm going to share the tracks to the West Carolina Facebook page so you guys can download those, and I'll probably put those up after tomorrow. Should have all the routes completed and saved and organized in a file that makes sense. So first, just go to your app store. Just want to put the phone here in front of the camera, and just go to search. You're gonna punch in Gaia, and then you can punch in GPS as well. And then I already have it, so instead of saying get, it's just going to say open. So I'm going to hit open on here. And this is what your main map looks like. I'll do some screen recordings of this as well, so you guys can see, a little bit better of a image of the phone. But there's a couple markers up here. Expand the map, start recording, add a waypoint. This guy right here, this little cross arrow will take you to your exact location. So if I zoom in, you can see where I'm at. And I like to go anywhere from, I don't know, probably 2,000 to 500 feet to be able to actually see where I'm on the ride for that weekend. Let's see here. Let's go to this one. Selected the wrong one. So this is Brushy. This is much more than just the main loop. This is obviously a ton of trails that are at Brushy Mountain, but the ideal loop is going to be single track first, starting with 9C extension, 11C. We're going to take 11C and just real short hit the main trail to get over to 2B. We're going to do 2B over towards the Enduro Trail, all sections 1 through 9 of the Enduro Trail, back towards the main trailhead parking, where the motocross side of things are there at the two-way trailhead. And then we're going to hit 5B and 6B, and then with the option of going and doing the 25-mile main loop. So that's going to be approximately 62 miles or so. That's what we're aiming for. It may be just over, just under. I'm going to find out for sure tomorrow, after the tracks get looped and recorded completely. There's one small section of the main trail, the 25-mile loop, that's closed right now, so it's really like 24 miles and some change. It's not quite 25, but I think the Enduro Trail is about 13 miles. I think the 9C extension, 11C, Tyler said was supposed to be somewhere around about 15 or 16 miles. And then the other one-off trails, the 5Bs and the 6Bs, those are shorter, but they're still, marked trail and on the map. So we're going to try to combine all those for a big organized ride. And it's no race, it's just for fun. But for those of you that don't know the park, and for those of you that don't have, the map memorized, I'm trying to make it easy for everyone. And there are several different ways that you can mount, your phone or your GPS to your bike. You can use an armband from Walmart. That's what I used for years. You can get a legitimate mount. You can have a legitimate GPS setup. But just your phone, will do the trick. So in order to kind of see where you're going, so we're at 2,000 feet right now on here. So you can zoom in and zoom out just like you're on a photo. So what I like to do again is run it anywhere from, right here's 1,000 feet 500 feet, 200 feet really gets you close. You can't see as far ahead at 200 feet, but somewhere right around the 200 to 500 mark is where I like to run the GPS. And once you set it there, when you're at Brushy, you'll have an arrow, and it's pretty simple. You follow the line. It's not too complicated to do, and hopefully this helps everyone that's familiar with the GPS to navigate the route, and hopefully this will help some people that maybe aren't so familiar with the GPS. In order to establish a little bit of a baseline of knowledge on how to use a GPS and how to navigate a route. It's going to be pretty straightforward and pretty simple. The routes will be separated. You'll have a single track map and GPX file, and you'll have the double track or main trail map GPX file. And you can pull those up and view those both at the same time. And once you get done with one, you can pick right up and start into the other. I think the ideal start time is going to be somewhere around about at 9 o'clock on Saturday. We're going to take off and start this off on the 9C side of things, and like I said, go 9C extension, 11C, 2B, Enduro Trail entirely, then over to 5 and 6B, and then get gas, take a break, get lunch, whatever you need to do, or just hammer on and get on 1C, 1B, 1A and knock out that 25-mile loop. But all in all, it should be a fun ride, should be a good time. Just wanted to help you guys out with this whole GPS aspect here and how to navigate. So again, if you go to your saved folders, you've got all these different files and things on here. If you go to your map down here at this corner, you can see where you're actually at. And again, if you hit the bullseye right here, your crosshair center button, it'll take you exactly to where you're at. So here's a little trail that I have here at the house. That's at 200 feet, and you can see the entire loop, and that's nearly 2-mile loop. So if you go in past that, you're not able to see as far out and as far ahead. So right in between those two is kind of the ideal sweet spot. Once I upload the GPS files, what you guys are going to do basically is, if I were to go to share this West Carolina, mainly I'm going to hit share, I'm going to export the file, I'm going to go GPX file, and I'm actually going to I'm going to post it to Facebook. So what you guys would do is click on that, and whenever you click it, down here it should say open with, and you have a couple different options, right? So with your couple different options, you would actually select Gaia, and it'll pull up, and when you pull it up, it's going to import here, and it'll show up on your map. So you'll have access to it just like I do. Even though I created the file, it'll be shareable. And you guys feel free to comment on the post when I put it up. Feel free to send me a personal message or call me, and I'll try to help you if you need assistance with what to do as far as how this whole GPS system works and how to get the file on your phone and how to save it. I'll probably have it days or weeks in advance on the West Carolina Facebook page, and then also during the weekend, Friday or Saturday morning, if you show up and you don't have it, I'll leave it with Tyler and Zach at the main office, and provided you have enough cell phone service, I'll have them text it to you. We can get you set up there. But should be a good time, and you don't even need this, right? This is an option. I'm not gonna need it because I know the trails, but again, for the people that aren't as familiar or don't know all the turns or can't connect them without spending too much time thinking about things and looking at the trail map, this should definitely help everyone out from a standpoint of this is designed to make things easier. So hopefully it helps. Drop me a message or leave a comment here, and if you guys have anything to add or any other aspects of this, there'll be more to come, but this is just kind of the introductory 101, how to use a GPS, what GPS apps are out there. There's Rever, Gaia. People have used Strava for things like mountain biking and hiking, but Gaia seems to be the most user-friendly. It's not too crazy to get to learn. So figured I would show you guys that one and start from there. But looking forward to seeing everybody out at the West Carolina weekend. Talk to you guys soon.